really solidified you as who you are?
Honestly, I mean, for doing this for a while, for doing this for a while, I feel like it actually wasn't until like kind of somewhat recently I had a song called Reckless that kind of to me these two songs called Reckless and Selfish were the ones that I feel like reached a lot of people and got people sort of.
Sick. Oh, was that just like one song? Was it like part of an album or something, or?
Yeah, they were, well, Selfish was part of my debut album, but they kind of were on their own and yeah, I mean they're the ones that have done the best and they're my most like vulnerable songs. So it's been cool. I love making music though. I mean, it's just yeah, it's definitely my passion.
I like that. You said vulnerable song. As somebody who's like me, I don't know much about these terms. What does that mean? A vulnerable song.
Yeah, no, kind of like a honest song that's emotional and like, sometimes when people write music, they don't want to be totally honest with all their feelings, and to me that song is kind of like a very honest. That's
Okay.
sort of the best synonym I could use.
So you're very involved with the process of making the songs and like writing it, and so it's all you.
Yeah, I write my songs, I co-direct my music videos, creative direct, and I kind of do everything.
That's cool. Um, Whenever you get popular and you have like albums, I feel like a lot of people make money and make their income through touring. Do you do that sometimes? Like tour around and you do that?
Yeah, I did 75-ish shows on my last tour and it was really, really fun. I went all around the world. Not everywhere. I went to Europe, I went to North America, I did all of that stuff and it was amazing. And I'll be touring again probably in February.
75. Okay, and what's that like? 75 shows in a year? Like what's gonna?
No, in like 2 months, 3 months.
Well, that's okay. That's near like sometimes you probably had like two shows a day. Sometimes you probably had days where you have two shows.
No, it was like over actually like now that I say it out loud, I think it was like 3.5 months, maybe even four. I don't know. It was a while ago and it was very crazy and packed in. But yeah, it was over 3.5, 4 months, and we went everywhere. But there were shows that were like four in a row, and then one day off, and then four in a row, and one day off. So it's pretty intense, but it's so much fun. I love touring.
Okay, yeah. Um, then I have a bunch of questions about that, but I don't want to get into the boring part of it. I think that's actually really interesting though. So what do you now? Why are you here? Just flat out question. Just,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I don't know. I still make music. I have an album coming out in September, but honestly, I've always kind of been friends with people who are in more so this world, and even if they just game and have setups and are in that. And my brother, for example, has literally had a setup since he was 9, and I just have never fully gotten into it. But I've sat on the computer, I've played games, I've enjoyed it. I've watched your streams, I've watched people's streams, and I think that I don't know, it just kind of was something I wanted to try, and I'm sort of at the point where I feel like I've been doing the same thing for so long, and as much as I love making music, I just feel like there's so much stuff out there that is fun, and this has been so fun, and I've only done like what 2 weeks of streams.
Sick. Yeah. Yeah. I've seen some of your clip and I've seen some of the stuff. Um, how does that like take away from your days, or are you still like doing your normal stuff and normal like career stuff?
It's not really taking away from the days. It's sort of just, I am not as free at night when I'm doing this, but I still feel like I'm trying to be, like sort of Hannah Montana, living both lives at the same time.
Yeah. 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 I could see that. I could see that. That's fun
But
though.
it's fun. It's been like working out well. Like they haven't been conflicting too much. So, but when I'm on tour and stuff, I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, you know when you do like touring, and I'm sure there's like other artists probably like show up at the place where you do shows at, right? Do you meet like a lot of like celebrities slash people that make music and like superstars or whatnot, such as yourself? Just not, yeah.
Um, I would say that's more so at like a music festival or something like Coachella, for example.
Yeah.
Like that's where everyone's performing on the same stage. On tour, you're really only doing your own shows, so no one's really there at the same time. But festivals and stuff, yeah, you see a lot of people, you see everyone.
Oh, that's cool. Have you made any friends with like people out there like just like like s- big famous people? Because I don't know what it's like that people like
Sure.
I feel like your status on like the outside is pretty big. Because for me, I'm like it's like I'm living in the sewers, and it's like even though I'm popular here, I'm like the king of the rats. Okay, but bro, that's how it is though. Generally though, I'm not kidding. That's how it is. So when I talk about something called the Normans, right? Is that it's usually people that are outside, like coming from like other fields, like music, movie, people that are actually famous or actually have status. And the way I see people like you is that people that actually have famous, actually have status. So I was just asking, like, if you made any friends or like connections with people that are famous in that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I've definitely made friends with people who are on that side of the world, obviously being in that for so long. But I mean, I don't really.
Yeah. Boast about it and shit like
care.
yeah.
But it's also king of the rats, queen of the whatever it is outside. It doesn't even matter. I think that like all of it's really cool. I was telling my friend recently, like there's so many different avenues of niches and people that like are into so many different things, and I don't know. I think it's really fucking sick, and I don't know. There's so much outside of just like mainstream or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I noticed also that some of your fans, of course, they're super involved and they care a lot. Some of the things that you reply to, people are like they're very how could I say it? They're very involved with what you do and whatnot. Does that get a lot sometimes? Does that weigh on you a little bit?
Honestly, like, because I've had a lot of the same fans for, 10 years now, some of them, I've been able to really create, like, a great understanding between us. Like, a lot of them are, I feel like you could say with, your chat and your fans and stuff, like, I feel like understand you and you feel like you have a really strong connection and understanding. You guys have, I'm sure, like inside jokes and all that stuff, whatever. So I feel like we've just created a good back and forth between us where, they respect me, I respect them, and we have boundaries and whatnot, so it's become definitely not something that weighs on me like it used to. I used to feel a lot of pressure for sure, but now I'm just sort of like, this is me, and if you like it, great. If not, also fine.
Yeah. What about when you go in like in the street? Like when you walk around, like so you go to the mall, do you get recognized a lot and stopped and take pictures and whatnot?
Sometimes.
What do you mean
Not
sometimes?
always. Not always.
Oh, please. Okay, come on, say it. Okay. It's not to give me a flex. These are like actual questions. Like it's not.
I'm like, yeah, I can't go anywhere. I'm
No.
the shit.
Okay, no. Okay, all right. No. I meant like does it happen like
No.
periodically or it's not that much? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, randomly people will stop me and stuff, but it's not too crazy. I definitely still can live a very normal life. I'm not on that level at all.
Yeah, it makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fuck.
Where are you from?
I'm from Quebec, Canada, so like all the way up, right? Yeah, near the water. And we speak French over there, but it's like a scuffed French, right? Yeah, that's about it. And then I moved here like six years ago. Where are you?
Where is here?
Oh, United States. I went to LA, then Texas, and LA again, then Texas again. So I went back and forth.
What do you like better?
I think. Well, I kind of a boring answer. I think they're both really good in their own aspects. I really like LA. Like food, vibrance, like you're close to everything. If you're like downtown, and it's like it feels like you're part of a moment or you're part of something. But it depends what that is.
Right.
And that can shift sometimes, I feel like, depending on what industry you're in.
Yeah.
But also here in Texas, I get to go out and bike and breathe air that isn't smog, like I can...
Does Texas feel more similar to Quebec?
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah, you go out at night, there's not you only hear like animals and insects or whatever, and then you're just coasting, you're kind of breathing a real air, compared to LA. Like, I feel like I would get out of the house, and if I want to go take a walk and take a run, I do like 10 meters, and it's like PvP, it's like, it's the war zone.
It's bad. It's definitely bad.
Yeah, it's like I always feel like I'm stuck. Like I can't do anything. Like I'm.
Yeah, because I'm from New York, so I'm used to like a big place, but I'm from Long Island, so I'm from like a suburban part of New York, so I'm used to like grass and open fields and land and whatever. So I definitely had that when I moved here. I was just like, this is not what I'm used to at all.
Oh shit!
Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Because anything I hear in New York, I hear like honking and taxis, and that's what my brain does.
Yeah, I don't really go to Manhattan.
Interesting. So wait, so how old are you?
I'm 24. How old are you?
Oh, I'm 27. It's getting old out here. Yeah, I feel like
Getting old out here, literally. What's happening?
Yeah, and I feel like getting old. I feel like getting old is like it accelerates almost, right? Like time goes even faster and faster. It's like you don't even see it.
It definitely does. I remember like growing up. Obviously, our parents were always just like, it goes so fast, and when you get to this age, and I remember growing up, my birthdays felt so far apart, and what really fucking freaked me out was when I turned from 23 to 24. I was like, that was a year?
Yeah, for sure.
That was a year. Yeah, it does get really fucking fast.
Yes, I feel about the last 5 years. So when you're retiring, do you ever think about that? Like when you retire and try to slow down?
Not yet. Definitely not thinking about that yet. I mean, like, I definitely want kids and, all that stuff when I'm a little older, not now, but yeah, I mean, it will happen. But no, I think I'll always be someone that's doing some aspect of like entertainment. I love it, and I
Shit.
don't know. I like
All right.
making people happy, whatever.
Yeah, for sure. Happy as in like giving like stuff to enjoy and stuff to look forward to and whatnot, right?
Yeah, and I like, yeah, just all of it. I love meeting people. I love all of it.
Yeah, for sure. Wait, okay. If it's too far, you just tell me. Where do you live now? I would assume in like LA or whatever.
I do, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Is it like a necessity for like this like realm of or the things that you do?
Right now it is. I think like a lot of the music industry is out here, so yes. But I don't want to live here forever. I don't really love LA. I'm not like an LA person. I don't know. It's just busy. I like not busy. I want to live on a farm.
Oh
so.
yeah. Oh yeah. Do you not get like? Do you not miss the energy and like the vibrance when you're out like on a field or far away? Do you not miss it? Or is that...
I miss it so much. I literally I don't like. I don't want to say I don't like LA because I've been here for so long, but I just don't really. I don't know. I just don't feel like it's homey because I feel like there's so many people everywhere. There's just people everywhere. It's just not how I grew up. I grew up in like houses were pretty far from each other and whatnot. So it's just weird. I still haven't gotten used to it.
Yeah, I was born in a city, so I don't really relate to being far out. That's man. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. You kind of got me nervous. And usually I'm not nervous about this because I'm pretty good at decent at doing interviews, but just I don't know. I just jump straight through it. Sometimes I get a little bit of a buffer and I can think a little bit. Yeah,
I think you're doing amazing.
Oh,
I could never
you.
interview someone.
Oh shit. Oh, thank you. I'm actually really interested in other people's fields a lot, right? Like especially music and acting.
Yeah.
Because I really like music, and I think there's like when I speak to people that do music, they all have like creative aspects in their own regard. It's really interesting.
Yeah.
Especially since you write your own stuff, because I feel a lot of people don't even write their own songs and whatnot, right?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, for a while, like not for a while, but when I first got started when I was super young, I didn't. I would just get sent a song that was already made, and then I would just record it and then release it. And I don't know, I just sort of was like, this is not me. Like the music that I've always grown up loving and listening to was always stuff that was so honest and real and emotional. And I was like, you can't capture that if someone else is writing something that they don't even fucking know my life. So I just stopped doing that. I made it a promise that I would never really record someone else's song again, no matter what.
Yeah, respectable.
Even if someone sends me a song I like, I could just change it, write some new lyrics or whatever.
Yeah, for sure. As long as it feels like it's you. I get that. One question: do you something that isn't music but something else? What is like a passion or goal you have in the medium long term, right? That you know of?
I just released a book, which is crazy. It's like a mental health book kind of, and it's just like a little bit about, my story. Like, so I've done a lot of like whatever interviews, things like that, and I just wanted a place that I could write, my truth of what's happened, because it hasn't always been easy for me, and like obviously if you don't know me, then you would have no idea, nor should anyone really give a shit. But I got a lot of hate on the internet when I first started. People were really mean to me, and as a young teenage girl, it was really difficult for me to handle. So yeah, I just wanted to tell my story in my way, and so I wrote a book about that and all my mental health stuff. But I don't know, I don't really have the biggest list of goals. I feel like even the past 5 years, so many things have happened that I didn't expect to. So I just like the goalpost is always moving for me, that I'm just like, let me just keep going. Every day is a day. Yeah.
What about just like if you had other like another hobby or something that you really like doing, an outlet that isn't any of that? One more. I
would say, let me think. I mean, I've been really enjoying this, which obviously that's not going to be my answer, but this has been really fun playing games and stuff. I like to play poker.
Really? You play?
Yeah.
Why do you play online? Or you've been like the casino and play with other people, or what?
I'll kind of do whatever. I like to play at like home games and stuff, but yeah, I really like to play poker.
I like it. I'm just really bad at it. Like,
it's really fun. I could teach you.
damn. Okay, yeah, I'd love that because when I was young, I kept like getting like virtual credit cards online, and I just like where you load them up with your own money and then you didn't to put online, and I just kept losing. I got a bunch of debt doing that because I was just really bad at it.
It's not easy for sure, but I've always loved card games, and I feel like that's like it's just a fun game. I'm definitely into it.
I was just playing my controller. Do you play Fall Guys with a controller or not? Keyboard?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Are you more of an Xbox person or PS person? All right. Sick. One more thing. Wait. They can't hear me, I don't think. Oh, no. My thing swapped to nobody was able to hear you because my audio swapped to my controller, which happens sometimes, and it's really annoying.
The audio plays out of the controller?
It swaps to it, like basically, yeah.
No.
It's really stupid. It's Discord output. That is so stupid. It's okay. It's all fixed now. Yeah. It's all fixed now. Now I lost my train of thought. All right, let's.
So you're a big animal lover?
Yeah. And I don't like rushing it, and like going to it and like researching all the animals. I like to just let it happen, right? So like, I like whenever I see like a new one I haven't seen before, I get really excited because it's like rare. Now they're all rare. If I don't know about them and I see one, it's automatically rare, right? So like, it's because
I love it.
Yeah, and I like that. And sometimes even like squirrels that look different. So have you ever played Pokemon before? Pokemon?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know what a shiny is?
No, see I was gonna say no because I honestly don't know a lot about it, but I've played it. But continue.
A shiny basically is a let's say you have a Pikachu and it's yellow and whatnot, right? I don't know what's the shiny of a Pikachu. In chat, people will probably say, "Oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about." But whatever. If you were to find one in the game, right? There's a very very slim chance that it's a different color. So it's incredibly rare. So when you get one,
so it's rare.
Yeah, you get super excited when you get one that's shiny.
Okay,
right?
That's how you feel about the animals in your backyard?
Yeah, because sometimes I actually get shinies. Like
that's so sweet. That's a beautiful perspective. I know that you're not trying to be deep, but that's very beautiful because a lot of people do not appreciate nature and how there's so many different animals that come in so many different shapes and sizes. I'm with you. I was just talking about on my stream earlier that I saw today a hummingbird and a butterfly facing each other, flying at the same exact place, the exact same place. They were just looking at each other flying, and I was like, cute. I didn't even take a picture of it because I was just like, what is happening? It was like a glitch in the Matrix.
Yeah, you're enjoying it. Yeah, I've in my backyard I had a bunch of hummingbirds, and there is rarer color schemes. Like there's some that are just rare, and I just been looking out because then I installed a little thing where they put the beacon in and they
a bird feeder.
Yeah, bird feeder. Yeah, for hummingbirds, and
nice.
And they're just coming in and out, and every time they come on, I always look to see if I'm gonna get a shiny. But even though it's not a shiny, I still appreciate when they come.
Oh my god!
And they drink the water, and it's like I give them that.
I'm gonna start calling rare animals shinies. That's amazing. I have a little fountain like right outside of my house. It's like a little fountain that makes sound and stuff, and birds will just bathe in it and they'll like roll around and oh my god, it's so cute.
That's cute.
I love it. I'm the same way. But the crow, I saw a clip of you getting really excited about a crow. People don't usually like crows, so I was like, wow, he really must love animals because crows are usually not. People don't love crows.
Yeah, I think it's just because maybe I just felt like I'm in the middle of LA. Middle of the city, it's all houses and it's all kind of dead and it's like cement and rock, and then I get these cool animals that look really nice, right? And it has like crows are like a weird like feather style. It's almost like lustrous, right? And I thought it looked really, really, really cool. And I never see crows. You know, it's not about the fact that it's a crow. It's like that I never see crows. Having one in my backyard, it feels like it's almost not that it's mine, but like it's hanging out with me, right?
It's so cute. Yeah, that's true.
And then I got a hawk. No,
big one?
I got a falcon. So I'm looking around in my backyard and I see a falcon on the power line, and then there's a pigeon just chilling out, and the falcon goes whoo, and he grabs him midair, and he actually lands in the backyard next to my pool, and he has his little grippers,
his talons,
on his neck, and he's holding him down, and the pigeon's struggling, and after like a whole minute of him holding him down, for some reason he lets go, and the pigeon flies away. And
oh my god!
I saw an actual an event, right?
Yeah, that's an event.
And that felt so special. And after that, I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna get a bird feeder. I'm gonna get a bird bath. I'm gonna get bird food. And I want to get.
I love that.
And then you get food for squirrels. Food for squirrels, and you get I got a bunch of bags of food that are all different, and put them everywhere, and see who shows up. And I also had an opossum. Have you seen an opossum before?
Yeah, I've seen those.
It's like a big rat.
Yeah, they're scary.
And this guy lived under my house for like 4 months, and then he stopped showing up. But whatever. And I think he was trying to find a way inside of the house by scratching under the wood.
By my house, I get a lot of lizards, and a lot of snails. And what else do I get over here? We have a lot of birds as well, but I don't really pay attention to like what kinds they are, so I'm gonna start looking a little bit more.
For sure.
And a lot of squirrels. I have a lot of trees around my house, and there's always just squirrels, and I see them sometimes. I have these big eucalyptus trees in my backyard that are huge, and I'll just sometimes look closely. I'll be in the pool or something, and I'll see a squirrel jump from tree to tree to tree.
Yeah.
And it's so cool.
It's so cool. And you notice when they jump, they have their tails. It did like a spin.
It goes like that.
Yeah, it's really cute. That's really really cool. Oh yeah, I want to say something. Yeah, have you ever seen lizards? Like sometimes it'll cut its own tail because they grow back. You seen it before?
I think I've heard of that, but I haven't seen it in person.
I think when I was young, I was trying to capture one because I had like a little habitats lizard, and then I tried to get one, and I went to get one, and I was trying to just get it.
Its tail fell off.
And I think it bit its own tail, because the tail it was left behind, and he ran away.
What?
And I got scared, and they told me that it's fine because the tails grow back.
I think that's true. I don't know, but I think that's true.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Sounds true.
Yep. I mean, maybe yeah. Oh, it falls off. They don't bite it. They just fall off. Got it. Makes sense.
Yes, that's true. It's a defense mechanism. They're saying.
Oh, and that's crazy. Okay.
How can we play? What do we do? Do we duos, or are we just playing against each other? What are we doing?
So there's a couple of like categories you can